Hey all, welcome to My Way Mysteries, the channel that brings you interdimensional content, which means that the readings are from a broad and expansive point of view, as they are channeled through vast dimensions of space and time, and therefore should resonate with you guys whenever you come across them. I'm hearing love, 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 love. So this is a revival reading, which is our collective reading, and I intend for it to help you see whatever you need to see in a clearer way or from a higher perspective that allows you to navigate whatever you are navigating, whatever situation that is, in a way that is efficient and true to you. So I'm going to pull some cards and let's see what comes out. Love, 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 love. What about it? Yo. It's like something feels like it's ominous, but it's not. It's just not for everyone. Don't forget that the rules that we live by are social rules. That doesn't mean they're wrong. It just means they're social rules. Don't forget that. Sometimes something may apply to someone. It may apply to a whole community. It may apply to a whole society. It doesn't mean it applies to you. And at the same time, something can apply to you and not be applying to anybody else. It doesn't have to do with anybody else, just you. There doesn't have to be a social consensus on the choices that you make in your life. Obviously, you understand that actions have reactions, and so long as you're willing to pay that price, then do you. So some of you are kind of like, okay, maybe this is a love situation. It does. It feels like a love situation, a sexual situation, where you're kind of asking yourself, should you do this? Should you not do this? See, there's a forbidden card here. And I know that because of that, everybody's going, okay, forbidden and complicated. So everyone is going to think automatically it has to do with like infidelity or something like that. It could. It actually could. But it's not limited to that. With some of you, it may be something like a friend's brother, your sister's husband's brother. I don't know why that would be like forbidden, but in some, I guess, families or circles, that's weird. I don't know. Let me not expose myself as to what I think is weird or not. But yeah, because I hardly think anything is weird. So yeah. And if I'm gonna be honest, this already seems to be up in the energy. So it's not like I am, encouraging you to do something. The energy is already there. The sexual tension between you and this person is already there. This person finds you attractive. You find them interesting. You'll know which one you are in the story. This person finds you so attractive, but there's something here where it's like, are they not supposed to be finding you attractive or something like that? There is something here that is taboo, maybe? I don't know. And yet the sexual energy is potent. It's rife. And you know how to work with flow. That's you. And I also want to say that because you're at the level you're at, the level at which you are flowing, you no longer get attached. You no longer identify yourself through a sexual relationship. You no longer identify yourself through a romantic relationship. Like, you understand that there's different aspects of yourself, and sometimes you're in a part of your journey that connects with someone in a certain way, and you now know how to navigate that in a way that doesn't leave you stuck in a situation that is no longer working out for you. You know how to flow. Now, I must warn you, this other person is not so much like that. They will get attached to you. I want you to know that. So I don't know what your situation is, but just know that the other person is going to get attached to you. And because that's the normal way of things. You know, people will be like trying to act all nonchalant and whatnot. Like, it's an act. And because for you, you're not being nonchalant. You just know how to not identify yourself with a certain relationship that's happening right now. And because of that, you don't get attached. And you can connect. That doesn't stop you from connecting with someone. Being attached and having a connection are not the same thing. You don't suffer from like, how do I say, like, codependence and obsession in a way, obsession in a low vibrational way. And I say that because I believe in obsession in a high vibrational way. I really do. But you don't suffer from like codependence and like, oh, I can't live without this, but you don't do that. You have in the past, and it's something that you've transcended. You transmuted that energy. You allowed that part of you to teach you how to navigate relationships, sexual connections in such a way where you don't do that anymore. You don't suffer from codependence just because you know, yeah. And there's a warning here, to be honest. It's like, be careful of falling for someone who hates how much they're into you. Because that's what I'm getting here. This person does have like that obsessive energy, that low vibrational obsessive energy. And the only reason I'm calling it low vibrational is because this person is not as good at processing their emotions as you are. It's like, you're able to be obsessed with someone, to be all about them and all that, but because you know how to process your emotions, that would never involve you trying to hold on to someone, for instance, that doesn't want you, or that would never have you being in a space where you don't know how to take time for yourself, and like put in breathing moments within a relationship with someone, or that would never have you starting to like mold yourself into someone else's life or into their nature, and forgetting all about you as a self. You have a sense of self, basically. And you know how to process your emotions. And this person is not so good at that, which means when they come across the feelings that they are going to have for you, they don't know how to process that. They don't know how to process how much they are falling for you. And it could result in them hating how much they are into you. And be careful of that, because sometimes people project that onto you, the fact that they want you so much or whatever, and they don't know how to process that, and then they end up resenting you for the fact that they're so into you. And lots of things can come from that. Now a person wants to humble you by acting a fool. Like, they want to, it's almost as if they see it as your fault. It's your fault that I'm so into you. And it's like, no, you just are not able to process your emotions. Chill. You can be heavily into someone, but like, why is feeling for someone making you afraid? Why is it making you feel like you are losing control over your life? That's what's going on. So just be aware of that. I feel like you're in need of a release of some sort. And I'm going to be honest, I feel like you're going to get into this, get your release, and get out. And I don't know why this is coming up. Is this something you're going to judge yourself for? There's no need from my perspective, but whatever. And I think that's why you may dabble in forbidden relationships, because you figure they're easier to get out of. Am I saying too much? I'm sorry. I'm not. Yeah. It's definitely a sexual relationship. Yeah. And for you, again, you're looking for a release. And for you, this is going to be freeing. Maybe this is one of your first, like, interactions or connections with someone where you are so self-aware, where you are more into yourself, you're more in love with yourself than you could be with anybody. So, and you're gonna notice how that changes things in your connections. You're gonna notice how much you've changed within this connection. And you may also be a kind of person that would go into connections wanting to heal the other person, wanting to, I don't want to say fix, but I think some of you would try to do that. Some of you would be like, I'm a high vibrational being and I will fix you by allowing you to walk all over me. And it's like, it's like you finally understood that's not your responsibility. Your guides are literally like, congratulations, you get it now. Because I feel like you're a person that's very much in love with love. Like, you love love, but you are doing it in a very non-balanced way. You were, yeah, and I understand that because there was also karmic cycles involved. Like, you have ancestors that also were so much into love, but they've always done it in a way that left them feeling empty, left them feeling depleted, unbalanced, abused sometimes, and not even understanding like what the fuck just happened. And you also started out in the same way, and you transmuted that energy. That's why I'm saying, like, this expansion of yours, this state of yours, and your partner may feel like you're arrogant. They might even call you narcissistic. And I'm not here to say you are or you aren't, but like, the energy I'm feeling is that you're not. You're just very aware of human nature, of your nature in relation to another person's, ultimately a person that you're trying to or are having a sexual connection with. You now know how those energies affect you, and you also now understand it's not actually your responsibility to make sure that another person is processing those emotions in the same way you do. How can you ever make sure of that? Like, that can never be your responsibility. How? And yeah, at the end of the day, it's like all you can do is also observe the person and be like, okay, cool. This is okay. Yeah, I agree with how you're processing this, so let's stay together. Or I don't agree with how you're processing this. Let's not do that again. So yeah, that's what I have for you guys. If the reading resonated, please like, share, and subscribe. And if you want to book a personal reading, or if you want to book a mentorship session, all that information is in the description box. Later, guys.